Good evening, Speed Gaming 3. Welcome to the next round of this year's Z1R tournament. We are in round 2, group 44, race number 1 between Sea Falcon 7, Truant Gamer, Crimson Avix, and the Dr. Blue. My name is Threech, and I will be commentating tonight with my partner, Sci-Town. Sci-Town, how you doing?
I am awesome. Good evening, Threech. Nice to be here with you. This is our first time together.
It's going to be great. I am looking forward to it.
I am too. Way better than having to listen to like Homer J. Smash or somebody reach around the bend. So I'm excited.
Wonderful. Well, we've got a full stack of races going on tonight. I think this is the third one that we've had today, and so plenty of Z1R to go around for everyone. I'm glad we were able to get a race in together. It looks like we're going to be starting shortly. We've got some timers going on the countdown already, so we're going to see how these runners progress through the seed tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is the first race between this group of four. If anybody is confused as to how it's going to work, we're doing Mario Kart style. First place is 4 points, down to last place is worth 1 point. You have to finish to get the point. And you're going to race 3 times. This group of 4 will. Top 2 point getters get to move on to the next round where they face each other in a best of 3. So these folks are going to get very familiar with each other. And it looks like we have a start in the middle of the desert. So solid to hit the Armoses real quick.
Yeah, very close check there to that first Armos spot. We do find a staircase, it looks like, with a small secret of 27 rupees. It's not too bad. I like the comment from chat about Mario Kart style, where whoever's still friends at the end wins, so I'm pretty sure that's one of the technicalities of scoring in this way. Mario Party style, on the other hand, not a single chance there.
Steal your stars if it's Mario Party style.
This game, I think, is a little bit more fair than that, if I had to guess. So we've got an any road here that's going to take Crimson up to the first quest blue ring spot.
This is a huge Armos item to start the game. We're getting a wand. We can dive dungeons early now.
Yeah, wow, that is some really nice combat right off the bat. I mean, less than 2 minutes into the game, and you've already got something that can give you an advantage. Was that the Armos spot that's over east of level 2, first quest?
It is. Correct.
Excellent. Yeah, we're seeing some divergence already on the pathing here. Truant Gamer is going to go up and check the white sword spot if at all possible, although it doesn't have combat yet and may not be able to make it past the moblins, but we shall see. This is not a bad screen if you can sort of damage boost like Truant just did there.
And he gets the sword. That worked.
What a reward.
That was worth it. Good little boost.
Most definitely. And Truant knows they're not going to have to go back to that screen, so even better. We are seeing a little bit of northeast exploration and some secrets just bopping around here, but for the most part, we're seeing, early level discovery as Sea Falcon finds level 8. And Crim clips into the HUD, because why not?
Just flag style here.
Oh, and thanks for the correction in chat. It's the medium secret, not the small. I
Level
was
8
dreaming big.
Triforce right away.
Nice, excellent.
And we're gonna see how people. We're gonna see their taste in whether or not they like to dive dungeons or not. It looks like they're gonna pass on it. It is close to start, so this makes a lot of sense to me. That if you need the items out of 8, you can get back there really quickly.
Yeah, most definitely. That area around First Quest Level 2 gets a little dicey with navigation, too, so it's not a bad thing to have, for example, a teleportation spot that you can use the recorder to get to later if you pick up that Triforce pretty early for Level 8. But still nice to know that that's in your back pocket and go back maybe when you have a little bit more protection, if you have a ring or if you have a big shield or something like that.
100%. And a question in chat. So that is an interesting question, so let me actually say it out loud. So with a wand, you could technically take a candle from the Woodsword Cave. That's accurate. There is danger with doing that, even if you're thinking White Sword or mags. Technically, White Sword could be a 9. You could have to do a lot of fishing in order to get it. I would strongly suggest always take the sword out of the wood sword cave, unless you get a white sword Armos. Anything else, you're living dangerously. You're Austin Powers type stuff here if you're doing that.
Yeah, you are going to need a sword to defeat Ganon in the end. So, since we know that Ganon is required, then we're going to have to pick up some kind of sword. And wooden sword is, basically free.
Mm-hmm. I really get the idea of why you would think that way. If you found a white sword, wood sword, or sorry, a white sword, I wouldn't have any qualms at all taking the candle. But that would be probably the only way I would be willing to do it.
Absolutely. The nice thing about having the wand early, though, is that you don't need to rely on the slow wood sword combat, so you do have a bit of an advantage there, as we see 3 of the 4 runners have picked that up.
Yeah, that's a great point. You're getting 2 HP of damage rather than 1 with the wood sword.
Yep, and if there's, for example, not an early bow or something like that, we know that Pole's voice seemed to be on the Overworld, but if they were in dungeons or something and you needed some strong firepower, then having that wand off the bat is going to be a great help. Definitely favoring the eastern side of the screen right now. Makes sense. A lot of folks typically don't go to Death Mountain very early off the bat. But we are going to see pretty much this whole area covered until we start to creep over into the middle of Hyrule and then eventually over to the western side. This eastern side is going to be pretty well scoured by that time.
Yeah, Krim has an amazing set out here with Kirby today. Nice spray set. Lots of fun.
Oh, I love that the enemies changed too. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And in chat, we have Kirby fan. Awesome.
Unfortunately, I don't think this version of the randomizer supports mouthful mode, so we are going to just have to play Kirby games for that. I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit them. You can't swallow them.
So we had level 3 down on Dr. Blue's side. A little bit of progress through here as we're seeing typical enemies. It's nice to see gels and Zols and stuff like that in level 3. Got the same color palette, and we've got a ladder.
Oh, that's a really swell item to find at this stage of the game. One risk early on, especially in these seeds, is just blocks in general. Forcing double dips in dungeons and things like that. And the ladder is just one of those really nice items that can help you avoid that. Wand and bow would be the other 2 big ones that can get you progression through a dungeon or could be blocked in a dungeon if you don't have them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking of several seeds that I've seen where we've had sort of Triforce and Go mode. We're at the end, but there's a level or 2 or 3 that might be ladder blocked. And so finding that off the bat and removing that as a possible obstacle is a very good thing for the runners to have.
Yeah. Really, really quick 3 there for Dr. Blue, and it will be for anybody who ends up down there in that south coast. That's a real easy 3, so Dr. Blue did their job and took care of business.
And I believe it's the case that we do not have... Heart Shuffle is off for this tournament, I think.
That's correct. So the heart that we saw on the coast as the ladder item, that is the one that's in the shuffle. Oh, cheap candle. So Dr. Blue was able to buy one. Now he's going to be able to just make it 1 round here in the forest. Oh, I guess he's going to do a start first. And sweep around and clear out some overworld. And we have a power bracelet, white sword.
None of our runners at 4 hearts yet. We know we're going to need between 4 and 6 to pick up that item, so we'll see what the minimum is as soon as the first runner is able to get that.
100% correct. And just so so everybody's aware, there will be either a level or the white sword item will be blocked by a power bracelet, recorder, or raft, one of them at least. We know the white sword's not, so we will have a level that's blocked. Power bracelet will unlock 4 out of 7 of those locations, raft will unlock 2, and recorder will unlock 1.
Yeah, it's been one of the themes of this seed. So when you have something like a forced overworld block like that, often you will see seeds that end up being almost full cleared, if not completely full cleared. So it's been a few longer races than maybe we've seen in previous tournaments, but still these runners are top tier, and we should expect to see a fast clip as fast as they can to complete this particular seed.
Yeah, really, really accurate statement there. Also, just so Chad is aware, we have two folks that will be doing all the charting here on the that you see. Moonrisen, Phoenix, and Stags. If they're going to be working hard, they've got multiple people to watch at any given time. If we do end up not catching something in chat, please just let us know. We'll get it fixed. But that's the way it goes sometimes when you're got so many multiple things going on at once. So we appreciate any help you guys can give.
Oh yeah, we love our trackers. And if you've never tracked one of these races before, even for two people, it is prohibitively difficult to track four. So we are grateful for the assistance from the trackers and from chat keeping us all on our toes.
100%. I am a garbage tracker. Even worse.
Really hard. It is definitely a challenge, even for people who are paying very close attention. I know I'm prone to distractions, so sometimes that can come back to bite me, but...
That's a great phrase. Prone to distractions, yes.
We've got level 2 and level 4 here, split across all the quadrants of our screen. I'm interested to see how this is going to go with key resource availability as well. Resource management is definitely a common theme in Randomizer, and definitely no less in Z1R here. So we're going to see probably our runners run into some issues with key management, just making sure that they're able to progress through doors.
And so one thing that our runners, if they're paying attention, I do believe that there's a money-making game right near start, and I mention this about every time I'm announcing, and I probably overdo it, but when you have a money-making game near start, you should take advantage of it if keys start to give you a thing that is prohibitive, because if you can take advantage of that and buy keys, you might just end up beating your opponents. Along the same level, or along the same lines, clearing a couple extra rooms and dungeons, you may find some resources that will help too. Looks like your key block to get to that Triforce in 2, maybe, unless you can get around.
Yeah, but, well, we've got a heart on the floor in 2, so that's good.
Wow, 0-4. And they're high-fiving in a Dr. Blue and Falcon.
All right. That's a relief to find 12 minutes into the race. You definitely want to know where the bow is.
Yeah, and again, that's one of those items that can block you in a dungeon, so... And Krim finds the arrows, and Falcon, oh wow. Everybody just say hi.
Yep, 2 different shops, but they're selling the same thing, so both of those runners are picking them up at the same time. Krim walks into level 5 here, so we're going to see a little bit more exploration.
Blue's about to find out he cannot afford the arrows right now.
So the nice thing about having the bow and arrows at this point is that any gomas that stand in your way are no longer going to be an obstacle that are going to keep you from keep you from finishing a dungeon or picking up an item, which is great. It's also going to be a quick kill for Pole's Voice as well. They can be annoying and unpredictable in certain circumstances, but overall they're pretty slow, so it's not that bad if you don't have them, but killing them takes a long time, especially with just the wooden sword.
For sure. And now Falcon's turn to find the quick ladder and Triforce here in 3. And the Dark Nuts are going down with just one wand hit, so they're definitely fun to fight.
Yeah, that's great. The enemy HP for these seeds can roll ±2 from their vanilla HP, as well as the boss HP also can roll ±2. So we've got several flags that are enabled for these seeds, and that's just one of them. So we can see that worked in our favor for at least red dark nuts for now.
That's right. Falcon's about to get his map in this room. So none of our runners were able to discover the item in 2. Maybe Dr. Blue does a little bit of extra work and figures it out.
Yeah, 2 is going to be one of your smaller dungeons, and I'm wondering if maybe the other runners went in, got the Triforce, or couldn't get to the Triforce because of keys. We'll have to see what kind of situation they're in at this point. But yeah, no items in 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering that same thing. It just might have been a resource issue. Normally you want to make sure that you take care of that. Falcon doing the smart thing, getting the heart off the coast, getting one step closer to being able to get the power bracelet.
Yep. And Truant Gamer is set with 6 hearts there. Is going to be guaranteed to be able to pick that up. I like that someone in chat earlier mentioned fun %, which is changing all of the sprites in the game to be the same, which is, as was mentioned, possibly difficult to track if you do sign up for tracking that match. And in some cases, I'm finding that Crim's sprite set here is just as difficult. I can't tell what some of the things are.
Yeah, I feel for you, Stag. It's got to be miserable to try and track that, but it is fun to watch.
That it is. All right, we've got level 7. Now, I think outstanding, we've got levels 1 and 6. I don't know that we've seen evidence of either one of those. Chat pointing out that item in 2 may be recorder or bow blocked.
Yeah, we did see the dig dogger in there. We did see a Goma. Keese is being a jerk to Crim right now.
Have you ever seen a Keese that wasn't a jerk, though?
Pretty accurate statement. Falcon found level 1.
Oh, there it is. All right. 2 items available here in level 1. That'll be great. Truant went all the way down to the bottom in level 4 in that center section, and there was a Patra that was then ladder blocked to the way down, so not much there, but Truant's able to find the bow here in 4, so I don't think that's going to be too much of a concern.
I feel like Crim found every potential stair room in here. In the 7. Now, anytime, at least in my opinion, anytime you end up with that power bracelet, or you end up with a raft or a recorder, I think the best thing you can do for yourself is test it out. Find out if that's where your little block is at, because that might tell you if you're going to do more digging in dungeons or not. Obviously, you still need silvers at this point, but it's always good to have that info ahead of time. Maybe you don't dig 7, 6, or maybe a big 5. It could just help steer you in a direction.
Yeah, that's so weird. I didn't realize we were playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stairs. I'm sorry, it was terrible, and I knew it was terrible, but I did it anyway.
Power to you. I love it. I love what Falcon just did. Not taking any chances, buying keys. Might as well just have them in your arsenal early.
Yep. $10 says Falcon's going to be the first one to find the any key, too.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Like, if I have to buy 3 keys to find any key, I'll do it every time.
Yep. There is no circumstance where I would prefer not to have the any keys, so honestly, even if you do spend all the rupees to get it first, doesn't matter.
Certain.
So level 7, I think this is one of the darker palettes that's available. It looks like everything's in a dark room, but we know that that's probably not the case for most of these. And
it's funny. I didn't realize it, but Dr. Blue still hasn't found the sword yet.
yeah, that's true. We know Duck's been up in the, well, at least near start to get the wand. That'll be at that Armos spot, but maybe just hasn't gone up to the White Sword area quite yet.
Yep, and Krem is in the same boat. This is interesting. It makes so much sense though. You know, when you have the early wand, you can forego a lot of things. The only enemy that is really going to hurt you much is going to be a Wizrobe or maybe a Dodongo where you can't force bombs out of them. But
yep. And chat pointing out also that Krim does not have the sword either. One thing I wanted to note on Dr. Blue's side is a Vire did not get taken down with a bomb blast. So that's interesting. They must have rolled up. There's a southwest check from Krim. Not much to show for it, I think, but I believe we're going to see our first foray into the graveyard over here. We know where the Triforce is in level 7. It looks like Doc is looking for that and also a little bit more exploration. Truant is still progressing through level 4. I'm wondering, is it for the heart? Because we know where the Triforce is. Or is that segmented?
not quite sure.
Excellent. All right, we've got the recorder over here in level 1. And, ooh, bomb upgrade! 109 rolled up a little bit, and Sea Falcon can afford it, but chooses not to do that purchase quite yet.
Might be a case where they're just going to use up a bunch of bombs any chance that they get here and come back and buy it. I think I would buy it. I'm normally a buyer on the bomb upgrade.
I feel like, yeah, with the arrows already, the only outstanding thing is meat, I suppose, if needed.
Yeah.
But you got a good chance of running into another secret, too. Wow, that is a tiny level 1. What is that, 11 rooms?
Yes.
My goodness.
It's a baby. That's a second Austin Powers reference in one night for me. That's weird.
I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to. No more black cherry pop over here. I gotta stop.
We've seen a little bit of Death Mountain over here on Krim's side, who's at maximum rupees as well. Wow, those secrets are adding up. I think, what did we see? The big one is 114 or 117, like that. And Magical Sword. You know, you can't pick that up at 4 hearts. I'm sorry. But I appreciate the effort.
That actually might be the power bracelet. I think that's the White Sword Cave right there.
Did we see that earlier in the game then?
Yeah, I think Falcon's the one that nabbed it.
Okay, that makes more sense. With the sprites, it's difficult to tell. Egg on my face for that. Alright, Druin's back in level 2 and is taking the staircase to the other segment, so
red candle was the other item in 1. So red candle and recorder. Falcon seems to be making a beeline towards. Oh, I thought he was going to Recorder Lake, but maybe not. Buying more keys.
interesting. With 2 keys in your back pocket, that's definitely an interesting choice.
Yeah, it was basically. I can certainly understand it. Maybe he got bit on a seed already.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, it's basically had a choice. You could buy a key, or we could buy that bomb upgrade, and he chose that the key was more valuable. Which is that's sort of to each their own sort of a thing. But with 8 bombs, you can still manage yourself. You can force a 10 spot bomb. You can do those things to not really have to worry about it. It doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes sometimes with it, but I can't really blame him if he trusts himself to make sure he doesn't run out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm thinking of level 9 exploration, but we've definitely seen some very kind level 9s in this tournament so far, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, just 2 nights ago, there was just this insane 9 with Smash and Rick, BT, and Fryteeth, where they knew where Ganon was, and you couldn't get to him through a bomb wall in any direction. There was like 4 different ways to get in, and every one of them rejected you, and ended up having to bomb to an area that you wouldn't know was there unless you had the map, and then that was the magical staircase to Ganon. So there's been some fun lines.
Z1R, we have fun here.
That's it. 9, go scratch on yourself. That's about mantra right there.
Wow, all right. I might be mistaken, but I think the only level we haven't seen at this point is level 6. Dr. Blue's going to pick up the power bracelet there. We also saw Krim get the wood sword a little bit earlier, so really quite an even match for all 4 of these runners right now. Truant with the lead in Triforces, but 25 minutes in, I don't want to say that doesn't mean too much, but honestly, Triforce count is not always the best indicator of who is truly ahead. It also depends on item discovery, and again, resource management is a theme we will continue to harp on.
Yeah, that's so much the theme of this tournament is how well are you managing things and making sure that you don't shoot yourself in the foot. There's something to be said about being a little bit conservative on things like items and all that.
Absolutely. Sea Falcon grabbing the Triforce out of 7, and I think he's gonna bounce.
If that's the case, don't blame you.
Now, the less time I have to spend in level 7, the happier I am overall.
You and RBG both. Krim has already got the item out here out of 4, so he's just going to make a beeline to the Triforce now. Maybe clear some rooms for keys.
Not in that direction, he's not. There's an unfortunate ladder block there.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and not that it's the end of the world, but it's basically going to be a minute or 2 loss compared to the other runners in that 4, because they all had 3 before they had 4, and so they had a ladder, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yep, there's the blue ring purchased from Crimson Avix. Do you remember where on this map level 3 was located?
Yes, it's on the south coast here. He's really close to it. It's one of these bomb spots down here.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope that he's able to get in there and pick up that ladder pretty soon, because that will solve level 4, I believe, for the Triforce pickup.
Ooh, Truant ran himself out of bombs. Yep. And 6 is at Recorder Lake, so the recorder out of 1 is going to be the blocked dungeon releaser.
Wow, yeah, that's quite an advantage there for Sea Falcon, being the first runner to pick up the recorder out of level 1 and making the way over to Recorder Lake 2.
I always get a kick out of just being able to see everybody make their own decisions and how they do things versus maybe other folks. I will give... This is multiple times this tournament now when I've been calling, but every runner with the items that they're getting I don't blame any of them for the decisions that they're making. Whether it's Falcon choosing to keep extra keys or Crim buying a blue ring, just knowing that they're going to be able to fly through dungeons and not worry about combat as much, like they can run through enemies. And our other folks who have been able to get ladder, everybody bought arrows quick. It's just been forerunners making good decisions and see who can do it the fastest.
Yeah, this is a really solid 30 minutes to start off the game for all four runners. It's so even at this point.
Yeah, 5 Triforces at sub 30. That's not the worst feeling in the world.
I think I have a guess as to what the recorder tune is, but I'll wait for chat. We'll see at the end, too. Yeah, we did see some purchases of keys earlier by Sea Falcon, so definitely keeping that number up, which is a great thing to have. Like you said, Sci-Town, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there were a seed earlier on in the tournament where that may have been the deciding factor between victory and loss.
And this might be the seed where he goes, I should have bought bombs. Should have bought the upgrade. We'll see. Bombs are pricey too. They're a third of an upgrade price just to get 4.
Goodness.
And he does have recorder, so at some point, if he gets enough money, he may just whistle to 1 and buy himself an upgrade.
Could do. Whiz robes.
Jerks.
Alright, there's the bomb force from the Dodongo. And Truant's going to continue through level 7 here. Very close to the Triforce. I think it's the next room over to the left.
Somebody's saying I sound like Bogey. Are you sure that Bogey doesn't sound like me? And he's right. We are both Chicago Cubs fans, so go Cubs.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
That's right. Especially great taste like us. Recorder block here in 7. Is that going to be blocking the item? Even better, could it be blocking the silvers up there or something?
Oh my goodness, yeah, I didn't even think about that. We haven't seen the items in 7 yet. Or item. 5 is outstanding.
Oh, never mind. There's the book.
Speaking of outstanding, look at that book.
True, we'll have the map of every dungeon.
Yeah, it's a great find. You know, the fire wand is not great, and have I definitely burned myself on it to the point of death several times? Yes, but having the maps is certainly something that you want to be carrying through the seed. Alright, there's Truant's Triforce out of 7.
And we haven't seen the item out of 2, and now we have an opportunity, whether it's bow or recorder block, for Falcon to show us the way. And it's the white sword. That's awesome. It was recorder blocked.
Alright.
At this stage, we're going to watch a lot of cross-pollination as folks do things that the other ones have already done. Dr. Blue's about to find 1.
Seen Sea Falcon head through level 5 as well. None of the racers have picked up the Triforce from level 5, so this should be a good one to see. We also are missing an item out of here. Could be the silvers. It could also be the boomerang. It's hard to say.
You know, we haven't seen Raft yet either, and that has to be in 1 through 8.
Yep. Ooh, wow. I think those Patra satellites rolled down, it looks like.
This is a heinous looking 5.
Just linear. Linear is the term we'll use.
Yuck.
Oh, it's horrible, yeah. And looks like it's ladder blocked. Unless there's progress that you can make further down, but no, I think this is ladder required. So speaking of things we have already seen, let's talk about things we haven't seen yet. So SciTown, before we started, we were talking about what the structure and feature of the tournament looks like as a result of how these races turn out. So would you mind just walking through what it looks like after we finish up this round of racers?
Most certainly. What we talked about earlier was this is race 1 of a 3-race series of all these 4. The top 2 finishers after the 3 races, based on Mario Kart style points, 4, 3, 2, 1, for the finishing positions. Top 2 runners move on, but they get to face each other in the next round. So right now we're in the round of 64, and you play groups of 4. Starting at the group round of 32, that's when we start with one-on-one races, and it's best of 3 series. So whoever makes it out of this grouping right here, there's only going to be one of these 4 runners left at the Sweet 16 portion of the tournament, and they will face the winner of the Homer J Smash Fry Teeth Rick and BT grouping. And right now Smash and Fry are after 2 races, they've each won 1 and finished second in 1, so they're ahead of the grouping there. But BT could still catch them by time if one of them finishes in 4th and he finishes and they finish in 1st. So that's going to be the key going forward. But that would be who they would face in the Sweet 16 round. We won't go any further than that. That's where we're at right now.
I'm just gonna say I'm glad one of us knows what's going on.
You know, you look around at the tournament and you just go, who could we be facing next, or who could face them? It's hectic. And if you look up and down the board, I mean, anybody who comes out of their area, you know, good job, kudos, because you earned it.
This would be a tournament I would hate to win races in, because the competition you have to go against is incredible. So, literally some of the best players of this game of all time in this tournament. It's terrifying. It's awesome for us as spectators. Yeah. But I'm so glad I'm not playing.
It is it's hectic. You know, if somebody were to be like, I'm assuming I'm gonna make it out of my group, I mean, you might, but you also need to understand that percentage chance of you making even like an Elite 8 or Final 4, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna earn it. So congrats if you do.
Absolutely, yeah. And honestly, I think the point of entry for these tournaments is so varied. You know, we have folks who are in the tournament for the first time. We've got a lot of veteran racers as well, but it is always a good time to see underdog champions. It's great to see, you know, highly competitive races that are close, neck and neck the entire time. There's really no race that you can't enjoy in these matchups, which is awesome. So, you know, the tourney admins have worked so hard to put this structure together, and we are seeing some excellent matches as a result of that.
Yep. Yep, you are exactly right. This is only going to get better as we move on to, and it'll just get more and more crazy.
So everyone watch out, because when I enter next year...
I'm shaking right now.
I
I'm
know.
worried.
In the
No,
distance,
I
Saber is quaking in the boots.
Saber didn't join, so Saber doesn't count this year. So Saber, come back and kick our butts, or you don't count on this tournament. I'm going to challenge everybody who didn't join this one to come kick our butts in the next one.
Absolutely.
Peace and love on that too, by the way.
I'd call my mom and I'm gonna say, Mom, you have to sign up for this tournament. And she's gonna be like, I do not know what that means.
I'll get my wife to join too while we're at it.
Fantastic.
I don't know if she's ever played Zelda before, but we're gonna have her join anyway. Ooh. Hi. We just officially got a leader in the clubhouse. He's in go mode. This
All
is
right.
I actually have we found 9? I don't remember seeing a 9 yet.
I don't remember seeing 9 at all. I mean, we've definitely got some outstanding spots. I think Death Mountain is probably a play for that, but there's really not too much that we've seen, or not seen rather.
Yeah.
Chat saying
sure.
9 is in the Deku tree. I don't know if that's this game, but oh, okay. Chacker's saying yes, we have seen it. I haven't seen it, but as I mentioned, I am prone to distraction.
Thank you very much, Jack. We really, really appreciate it. And Falcon already knows where this Triforce is at. He's going. He's sprinting. If Falcon has seen 9, this is a substantial lead. If he has not seen 9, that changes things a little bit, because then you get Overworld exploration, and that's a pain in the booty.
You know what? I stand corrected. I guess level 1 could be considered the Deku tree, but I don't know about canonically. I'll accept it.
Are we gonna have an AVGN chronologically confused about Zelda talk now?
There are 2 story timelines that I do not touch. One is the Zelda series, the other is Kingdom Hearts. That is way above my pay grade.
Okay, Falcon is ready for 9. If they know where 9's at, good luck everybody catching this. 41 minutes ready to go into 9. Reach, you just blew our cover. We're getting paid for this.
No comment.
They're gonna take half our salary away now. This is a problem.
Yeah, just the reminder in chat that I did throw in there earlier. Mother's Day is in 9 days, so if you got a gift to buy, better get out there.
Here we go. Falcon knew where 9's at. 42-minute entry to 9. One of the fastest we've seen.
Wow, yeah.
I do know that TA did a practice seed in 45 something, so that's the fastest time I've heard of anybody, but in the tournament nobody's finished under 50 in a tournament race.
Okay, let's go over this quickly because I know you guys have all heard this a million times before. We are looking for 2 things. We want to find Ganon and we want to find Zelda. Ganon is going to be in a room adjacent to where we can hear a roar, which may be confused if we hear a boss roar next to it, but just bear with us. I'm sure the runners will point that out and try to go back and overcorrect. And we are looking for Zelda, who will be in a room. There's the any key. Excellent discovery. Zelda will be in a room that is off of a room with a single shutter door that when enemies are all defeated in it and you have not yet killed Ganon, then the door will not open. If you have killed Ganon, then that door will open even if all of the enemies in the room are still alive. So a few conditions I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. Sea Falcon is going to find the compass, which is going to identify for us where Zelda's room is, which is fantastic. So Sea Falcon is now on the hunt to find Ganon. who can be defeated because Sea Falcon has both a sword, the bow, and the silver arrows. And then we'll be looking for a path to Zelda.
Have been corrected. Just a couple hours ago, Stan got a 49-12. So we have had one sub 50 seed in a tournament race so far. Falcon knows where the girl is at. That's half the battle. Doesn't know the path, I guess. That's a portion of it. The next big thing for everybody is going to be, when are they going to make a trip into 5 to get those silvers? Truman already having the Triforce out of there is dangerous for him. This could cause him to go into 9 looking for silvers.
Yeah, it's very true.
Dr. Blue is in 3 but has Triforce in the ladder? Maybe there was something in here they wanted. Hearts? That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe trying to make a max play here.
Because obviously they know they have the ladder.
Yeah, that's it's got to be a heart play. Oh, Krim just found a red ring in 8.
Yep. And we saw Truant pick that up not too long ago.
I missed that entirely.
I don't know how. There's very little going on. Just kidding.
There's only 4 things to watch at one time. Get on it.
Yep. Chat pointing out lots of key doors here in 9, and we did see Sea Falcon being quite concerned earlier about key consumption and purchase. So with that any key, that is definitely a relief. I wanted to highlight earlier, as far as Krim's sprites are concerned, I really love that the ropes in the dungeons, the little snakes, become those little wheelie dudes from Kirby's Adventure. Just fantastic.
Yeah, definitely a chef's kiss sprite right there. Yep, I think this is what Dr. Blue was going for. Well,
yep, makes sense. One thing I wanted to point out. Oh, what's going on?
Still exploring it though. You gotta leave here, Dr. Blue. You're done.
Maybe he wants to save the health and not have to go through the up A refill, or rather depletion of the hearts.
Well, he's walking away from Star. That's fine. Maybe forgot that they got the Triforce?
No.
Using keys.
Yeah, I'm confused about this play because there's no way to walk over the water without the ladder. I must have realized that. It's now backing out of 3.
Yeah, get out of there. You're good.
Yep. Sea Falcon progressing through level 9 without a map. That's an important distinction to make here, because without the map, you are using bombs or thinking about where you need to be using bombs, which can be pretty sticky once it gets to the end there. All right.
Hey, there we go.
Sea Falcon locates Ganon.
We're gonna have how about, I'm gonna say, the first sub 49 of the tournament, just to rile up Chad a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on the path to Zelda, but I think Sea Falcon's going to be in good shape.
Pretty sure they already have the path, if I'm not mistaken. Straight out of start. Yeah.
Yep. Very solid stunlock there, too.
Yeah, great Ganon fight. If you're one of the other runners, this is where psychology just might get you a little bit. it probably makes you worry. It makes you sweat that somebody is going to finish sub 50 at least. And, nope, sub 49.
Yep.
Official or not SRL. Official race time of 48:48 for Falcon. So GG. We'll get them in chat here before too terribly long. Just a heck of a run all the way throughout. With that, if you're one of the other runners, though, psychologically, it doesn't matter. You just have to be the top 2 runners after 3 races. You don't have to be the number 2 runner of the first race. But are you going to make desperate decisions, or are you going to try and make too many decisions too quickly? We'll see if our runners do that or not. I hope that they just play their race.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a tough one. It's tough when you see somebody not done in a group of 4, and you still have a couple Triforces to get. You maybe don't have silvers yet. None of them have silvers yet. So there's just a lot of things going on.
I would never ever expect someone to be done that quickly. Just never in a race like this.
Correct. It's a tough feeling. I think we're gonna have Falcon here in just a second. Let me see if I can.
Both of the runners look like they are digging out the item in level 2 here. We know that that is the white sword. They both got, Drew and Gamer and Dr. Blue both have the Triforce out of 2. So just an item dig.
Welcoming into the booth, C Falcon. That was an okay time. I mean, I don't know if you put or not. It might be the best time of the tournament.
Sorry, I must have gotten really confused because I guess I saw Mario Kart style points and just saw Mario Kart, and so I picked up a gold mushroom or something and just started turboing. I have no idea what happened. That was way too quick for me to process.
You did a lot of things very right.
Yes, what she said. No doubt about it. In all honesty, Falcon, you had some item luck that the other folks haven't had yet, but dude, you just scorched the seed. You played so well. And you showed us how it's done.
Yeah, no one else has even picked up the silvers yet. That's where we are right now in this match.
Yeah, and one runner needs 2 Triforces and the other 2 need 3. So that's where you're at right now, Falcon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was incredible. And the funny thing is, I can't say anything went really wrong. If there's anything that didn't work for me, it was, the early Death Mountain play with the bombs got me the candle, which is why I did that, what I was looking for. The unfortunate thing I'm sad about is just that the power bracelet wasn't required. I memed a little since I got it. I tried for the 10 heart mags because I knew chat would be all over that, and mags was right next to 9. That was about the only thing that unlocked, though.
Yeah, if you can make the play, why not? I was going to ask you about key purchasing, since you were it seemed pretty adamant about using the rupees that you got to buy keys instead of, for example, the bomb upgrade. So I was wondering about your thought process behind that.
Well, I don't know, it's probably the extra bosses, but this flag set just can be absolutely brutal on key counts. And, I feel like I was justified, because I think the first 20 minutes of the seed, and maybe part of it was how fast I was picking up Triforces, but I had 0 keys, so, I needed to buy a couple just to break into that level 1. It's also why I kind of waited on the Triforce in 4 even after I picked up the ladder, because I saw, that map and how linear it was toward the Triforce, so I'm like, well, if there's a key door or 2, that's not gonna work, so may as well just wait, stock up on some keys. And I feel like, given what I found in the first staircase in 9, that I feel pretty good about buying keys in the seed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of us, it might have been me, we joked about, you're going to be the first one to find the any key. And technically you were. It just was in level 9 when you were in there, 15 minutes before everyone else.
Yeah, although I guess at level 5 that a couple of the runners I see on the stream right now, that level 5 is so weird with keys because I think I walked in with 6, got down to 2, and then got back up to 6 before I left. So, yeah, that was interesting. I gotta throw this out here too. Normally, this rando can definitely be frustrating, and sometimes I can get pretty frustrated at seeds and swear pretty loudly when things start going wrong. But I swore in a good way out loud when I saw those silvers in 5 after I killed all those wizards. I was like, you are blanking, kidding me right now. Is this happening?
And speaking of 5, Truant is going to be in a lot of trouble. He actually went back to 5 to redig for the item. Wasn't successful. They're going to do 1-6. They're going to probably go to 9. It's going to be a tough one.
No, back into 5, it looks like it's a good call.
Yeah, he already bailed on it. He's going into 1 now. He's going to have trouble.
So Falcon, curious just for strategy purposes, I promise I'm not trying to give other people the advantages as far as how you play. When you walk into level 9, do you have a particular strategy that you like to employ? Anything in particular that you like to do first or try to find?
Well, I mean, well, obviously, if I'm looking for silvers, it's pretty obvious what, because I think pretty much everybody will take every. Honestly, without them, I just kind of feel my way around level 9, kind of see what's available and open at the start based on like my resources. I mean admittedly that 9 was a little. Well, Zelda was easy. Ganon was tucked away a little bit, but no, I just kind of move around, kind of go through doors. Especially if I'm looking for Ganon in that situation, even without a map, I try to work my way towards like areas that look like I haven't really been in yet and kind of listen. Just get as much coverage as I can.
Yeah, definitely. And that compass was a great early find for Zelda, for sure.
Oh yeah, because I walked right at the start of 9, and then, because realizing, it goes down, it probably doesn't go anywhere, I turned around and walked the other way, so I don't know how long it would have taken me to realize Zelda was there without the compass, so...
Yeah, and I don't think we saw a map of 9 on your side as well, so that was all kind of blind digging.
No, although I will say, in my haste to try to finish the seed, I have a guess what room it's in, because there was a room with this keys in it that I just blew through for no reason without killing them, so... It might have been there, I might have skipped it, but no, I'm glad that worked out despite not fighting that. And yeah, it just went really smoothly.
Absolutely. And we've got Dr. Blue's picked up the silvers and has all 8 pieces of the Triforce and is going to be making the way to level 9 now. Almost said level 1. I mean, it's technically both, kind of.
He's coming in with all the resources, so he's going to be good.
All right, Falcon, my spicy question for you. Anyone in particular you want or do not want to face in the tournament?
I mean, if we're talking just tournament in general, there's too many good runners left. Like, I do and don't want to face all of them simultaneously, if that makes any sense. Because every single one will be a good challenge, but also I definitely can beat. Not every seed for me has gone quite like this one, so things can definitely go a certain direction. If there's anything that's spicy about this particular group, though, like if I am fortunate enough to run well the last 2 races in advance, is that Trent and I played each other in the 2020 Random Percent tournament, so be a little bit of a rematch there.
Yeah.
And, I think that match every match would be pretty fun.
Yeah, the crowd loves a good rematch too. It's always fun as spectators, and we were saying this earlier. There are no bad racers in this tournament. It's incredible, just the amount of participation and the skill that we've seen so far. And definitely, a 48-48 is just an incredible time for something like this, where we've seen a lot of full cleared seeds. And as you mentioned, the extra boss's flag is on, so there's just that added level of difficulty and sort of tedious work you have to do to finish out levels.
Yeah, it definitely. It's kind of amazing when you get a seed where like the bow, silvers, ladder, and the overworld block all happen to be basically not in 6, 7, 8, or in silver's case 9. That's very, very, very unusual.
That's a really good point there. It does help make a fast seed for sure. The big deal though is you still got to execute to get that fast seed, and you certainly did that tonight.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, admittedly, I'm actually looking at the tracker because I see at least one of the items in 8 was found. Because I know in my last match in Swiss, I gambled on a 40% silvers in 9, and it worked out. But if silvers had not been in 5, I think I would have maybe at least tried the 2 items in 8 first before going to 9.
Sure.
Yeah, because I mean, with the race with 4 people, I mean, don't be wrong, making plays to win like this and having it work out like that's great, but I don't want to get too crazy. You know, it's 3 races, not 1.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad that you're kind of revealing strategy of these sorts of things. Like, when you're thinking about a group of 4 racers, probably in the back of your head, you're going to be thinking, like, I need to make the decision that gives me the best opportunity to finish near the top, right? So the idea of diving 8 in that situation, if you didn't have the silvers yet, makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And we've got Dr. Blue here in Ganon's room, approached from a completely different direction too, which is funny, but there is a door down. And Dr. Blue, I think, walked in and immediately found Zelda's room, so very little is standing in the way of that second place finish here on the stream.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing for Truant is being in 9 without the silvers, so hopefully they'll be able to figure it out quick enough. They know where Zelda's at now. And hopefully we can see Krim do a little catch-up here as well. Make it interesting.
All right, let's get that GG's out in chat for the Dr. Blue with the second place finish here.
You start to wonder if Truant finds an item here in 9, will he bail back out and go hunting? I don't know. Hey, welcome aboard, Dr. Blue. Welcome to chat.
GG.
Hello, good games. Nice time there to see Falcon.
Hey, Dr. Blue, GG's. I have no idea, by the way. That went too fast for me, because I told these 2 here when I popped in.
Yeah, that was a very pleasant seed, and I could have sub-houred if I didn't think level 3 was level 2.
That's what that was. Okay.
That makes sense.
I was like, oh, I'll up A and I'll go right to level 2, which is on the coast. And then I eventually saw the level number. I'm like, oh.
Okay, that explains what was going on there. We were trying, I was like, maybe he's looking for the heart, and he got the heart, and I was like, okay, you got the heart. And he's still in it. What's going on?
I wasn't that desperate for magical sword.
I figured out, but I was wondering.
Yeah, I was glad level 5 had silvers, because I dipped out of 6, 7, and 8 more or less after I got the Triforce and didn't dig them too hard. And I don't think my dip in 3 cost me first place, because Falcon just kind of smoked it.
I would not say that you had spent 14 and a half minutes in level 3 that you shouldn't have spent.
No, it probably cost you like a 55.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's probably what it was.
Yeah. This was a fast seed though.
It was. At the end of it though, you guys made it happen too. Prim hasn't had the best of luck item-wise in terms of the order with which he's gotten things, so he's struggling a little bit there.
Yeah, finding the wand immediately, like, really smooths things out, because then wood sword isn't even as imperative to find, so you can just start knocking dungeons out the second you find them.
We were definitely discussing that. It was a really pleasant thing to have early, and basically just meant you could go 30 or 40 minutes without a sword.
Yeah, and I think we had a few early Triforces too in dungeons, which was nice. You know, Recorder came late for a lot of runners, so you know that was a long time coming, at least for transportation. But it was definitely great to see. You know, you can get in, get out, and then come back if you need to later with more protection or blue ring or red ring or whatever.
Yeah, the enemy set wasn't too bad. Like, by the time I got to the Wizrobes that guarded the Silver Arrow, I was pretty stacked, so it was no problem just, like, you know, going to town bombs and White Sword on them.
Worth noting, the Wizrobes also, I'm pretty sure the blue Wizrobes were -2 on the HP.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, every enemy
they
that's
died really quick. Well, everything died really quick, I guess, but...
Yeah, like, almost nothing had buffed HP except for, like, Fires were not bombable.
Yeah, Vires I think was the only one we saw. It's very satisfying to be able to take down a red Dark Nut in one wand strike. Just feels like vindictive. Or vindicating, rather.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if only it worked that way in vanilla.
So I asked this question of Sea Falcon earlier, but I'm wondering, Dr. Blue, is there anyone in particular in this tournament whom you do or do not want to play against in the future in this tournament?
I think one person fits the bill for both those questions. I'd like to take on the creator of the Randomizer.
Good answer.
Yes, Mr. F. Coughlin. The man, the myth, the son of a monkey.
Can't blame you there. I've never faced Fred in a tourney.
I have not either, but this is only like my second or third tournament overall, though, so I haven't had much opportunity. Tuning in now, I never got the map in level 9. It's pretty small for a level 9, all things considered.
Yeah.
We're missing a whole column.
Yeah, two whole columns, like after the 9 and before CL.
Oh, I can count. Yeah, you're you're totally right.
Oh, trust me, I forget that that rightmost column sometimes too. Like when I have everything beautifully mapped out on my my wet erase paper, I'll just mark the wrong thing because I just assume there's a last column over there when there's like totally not.
100% right. Or if you don't have the map yet and you think you're in like the bottom row, but you're actually in the row right above the bottom row.
Yeah, I've
That's
taken to like massively scribbling out things to make it really obvious that nothing is there.
Yes. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah, almost like going back into 3.
I'm pretty sure that was a blue boomerang there in 6. I feel like I'm pretty confident that's what that thing was on the Kirby side.
Oh, nice. Ooh, that's a funky looking 6 too.
Oh yeah, now we see where the rest of level 1 went. All 11 rooms of it.
Yeah, that was a pretty dinky one. I was actually glad that the bomb upgrade was there because it was easy to whistle back to and scoop it up.
Yeah, I know this asked me earlier. I left that. I actually didn't buy the bomb upgrade because I was too busy buying keys, but I definitely made a note of that one there in case I ever did run to the amount of money. So if 9 got really stupid for whatever reason, I could just whistle there and grab it.
Yeah, speaking of keys, I only ended up having to buy the one like towards the very end because level 5 I was key blocked because that one had a lot of locked doors in that one.
Yep, Falcon took to buying keys when he had 2 even. It was just basically he had the money, he was by a shop, he just did it. Which, I think I called one of your races, Falcon, where keys ended up being, it wasn't like the key issue, but it was an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of what I noted, was like, he just might have had a seed where keys were worse off for him than bombs, and bombs he can just manage on his own. You know, you can keep yourself up. If keys are something that's bit you a couple times in a tournament, sometimes that's just like, screw it, I'm buying.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna stop me.
Yeah, I mean, bombs you can definitely always get more. Although, admittedly, because I'm not someone who's played a lot of... In fact, I have never attempted like a vanilla speedrun or anything of the such. When I play rando, I don't exactly have the mindset to start counting to 10 until it's almost too late. And then I just get hit left and right when I try. So that's, if anything in like game, that is absolutely something I need to work on, is keeping that in mind.
I did keep that in mind a couple times, but I ended up never forcing because I kept getting hit. But I did try to count. Especially with those mold worms. They're like among the easiest things to farm because they do almost no damage to you. You can take a kiss from them and then count to 10 to get one. And yet I got hit anyway.
Not sure how many more staircases Truant could have left. He has done everything in this freaking 9.
Well, y'all don't mind, I am going to dip out of here, but through Side-Town, thank you both so much for commentating this this awesome 4 race. GG's Dr. Blue, and if I also may thank the trackers, Stags and Moon Risen Phoenix, I believe, for the two that
You
were
got
on
it.
tracker for this one. Yeah, thanks everybody, appreciate it for putting on the race. I will see you all later.
Awesome. Great job, Falcon. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, good games, Falcon.
Yep, have a good night.
I can't even imagine counting doing the 10 count in random. I don't even want to do the 10 count in vanilla.
Yeah. I tend to be probably too. Oh man, Truant's gonna do 8 first. I don't blame him. He doesn't have any of the items yet. Or no, he does have the red ring. He's gonna find the raft. But
That was, by the way, that was kind of a clue I got when I saw Sea Falcon finish super fast. I was like, okay, silvers are probably not in a big dungeon. So I was kind of going, okay, I'll do 5. They're probably not in 9, and then I'll just go up from there. Because that was all I had to check by that point was 5 and up.
Yeah, that's a great call. And it ended up paying off, too.
Yep, for sure.
yeah, we were sort of discussing just like the feeling when somebody finishes with just a ridiculous time. It's like, okay, what did they do that I didn't? You know, like, not that somebody can't run faster than another person. That happens every single time. But like, when you see something that flagrantly different, it goes, okay, obviously I'm not seeing something.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Krim just died in the Silver's room.
Oh no.
How he goes back.
Oh no, he died in the Triforce room. Sorry.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
full of it. That's still bad because it's really far away, but
Yeah, it's like at the top row, I think. Past like 2 literal walls of key doors. Like I know for a fact that second to top row, those 3 rooms, all the north paths were just locked doors.
Fantastic. This game loves doing stuff like that.
it really does.
Yeah, I was fretting like almost the whole time, like I'm low on keys, I'm gonna be running out of keys. I wasted a key in level 3 on my second trip into it, but like I've like my very first race was like I had to buy almost 5 keys because like half the dungeons locked you out entirely and was giving you nothing. So I'm very paranoid about keys.
That's
Yeah.
what we were talking about, Falcon. Buying keys instead of the... Oh, Krim just got the silvers. Buying keys instead of the bomb upgrade. We were just kind of wondering, like, what psychologically makes him want that over this. It's really up to a runner's preference, but there's always a story behind it.
Yeah, for me at that point, I was thinking bomb upgrades are nice, and even though I'm low on keys, the seed has been kind of, even with them. I would use a couple, but gain a couple. So I was like, okay, I can probably survive, and I know where our 60x key shop is, just in case, so...
Yep. Exactly right. Now, Krim's going to give the Triforce room a second go. He will have a really good chance of bypassing Truant here, because that 9 kind of leads you into into the path of Zelda and Ganon. If that happens to him, he could snipe this away and put Truant in fourth.
I got so worried for a second because I didn't see that the ladder was marked on Crimson's tracker, and I thought, oh my gosh, he got the whole way here and there's a ladder block.
That was another Sea Falcon finish fast tip I got in terms of level 9. I figured Zelda and or Ganon were like super nearby the entrance or something.
Yeah, the exploration for Ganon wasn't too bad, but obviously, you found Zelda right off the bat. I don't think that Falcon took that direction to the right first, but did end up finding the compass, which is what highlighted that room. So that was a really nice early find for Falcon as well.
It also got him the Indy key going the other direction. So Truant's about to find the other item. Gonna see the bad news. Cussing that he left 5 on the second dip.
I don't think I've ever played this game and I've been excited to see the raft. It's just like the most underwhelming item.
Yeah, normally if you're... Oh, and Krim's got Zelda figured out. If he heads on up north, he's gonna have Ganon figured out.
Yep, and here's Truant going to 5, I think.
5 is... I don't remember where 5's at.
Believe it is near Candle Row. Nope, Truant's going to 6.
Yeah, 5 is southeast of level 4.
I deeply apologize to the person in chat I have offended by my declaration of dislike for the raft.
Oh yeah.
I encourage anybody that is a fan of the raft to start speedrunning Zelda, because it's the very first item you find every single time you reset in level 3.
That's it.
My views on the raft do not reflect the views of SpeedGaming or its family of channels.
Another thing about counting too, counting to 10, we make fun of it and stuff because it's a meme and everything, but I'll say counting to 10 in Randomizer is different from counting to 10 in the vanilla game, because in the vanilla game, it's more or less scripted, the times that you actually count to 10, like you'll do it before recorder room in 5 and so on. In here, you're doing it because you're low on bombs, and that can happen pretty much in any scenario.
Yeah, it's an art form in Rando. It's a little different. I think Truant will watch this one back later, or maybe just say, forget it, I'm never looking at this again, and just go, I gotta throw this one on the toilet. He just had the worst luck.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, I mean, you gamble one way or the other, and sometimes you pick right, and sometimes you don't.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I feel every time I don't have silvers right away, and every new dungeon I clear, I go, okay, where are they? I don't want to have to dig 9 for them. Where are they?
Yeah, I thought that's probably got to be the most stressful item to find, too, because there's no substitute for it, and it can be anywhere.
Yep. If it's an important item, I go, okay, I know it'll be there before 9, so I'll run into it, but silvers, they're the wild card.
Krem is up here by Ganon now.
Doc, anything in particular that you're doing to prepare for the rest of the tournament?
Generally, I'll watch back my race and kind of take notes on things I did right or did wrong. I think everybody knows by this point one thing I'm going to note for this one. But other than that, and just generally running practice seeds, that's the long and short of it. Oh, I guess doing regular runs of the game too. That helps combat and such.
I don't know why you would voluntarily subject yourself to that, but I'm not here to judge.
It's nice knowing where everything is, so you just have to go fast.
I don't know. So I watch a good number of people playing vanilla Z1, and every time I get distracted and then look back and I see someone getting the raft in 3, I'm like, oh my gosh, you found the item in 3. I'm like, oh, it's always there.
Occasionally I'll do that too, I'll be watching a vanilla like Link to the Past or Zelda 1 or whatever, and I'll go, wow, what a coincidence, vanilla location for the bow. And then I think, oh, right, they're not playing Randomizer.
Link to the Past is especially bad about that for me because I don't even remember the last time I watched vanilla Link to the Past, but Rando is everywhere. And there's, related to the race on stream, there's Truant there with the Silver Arrow pickup in 5. So that's probably a relief at this point.
It get exciting. Oh, Krim is so close to Ganon right now. It still might be too late for him. Yeah, don't stop for anything at this point. You gotta go.
So Ganon had 3 walled off rooms and a door. So door from the top and then at least one that was bombable from the bottom.
I was glad it wasn't some magic path to Ganon, but again, with the Sea Falcon time, I was assuming that there'd be some easy path to it.
Race is on. I think Krim knows he's to the right. They're gonna finish very close to each other.
Yeah, it looks like so. Truant has found the any key.
Oh, Krim doesn't have a key, that's
Right.
why.
Yep.
Well, here we go. Krim's the first one in. Well, this is exciting.
Looks like I think it's King DDD.
We are going to have a close finish here, gang. Krim's fight is not being friendly.
Oh my goodness! All right, Truant's the second one in, but the first to kill Ganon.
Yep. He got the stun lock for a little bit longer there. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, this is so close.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Holy cow, this is going to be one of the closest finishes.
I think 3 seconds apart.
Wow. It ends up being 4 on race time. So Truant with 121.08 and Krim with a 121.12. Exciting stuff here. We got to get them in here so they can air their grievances with what was an amazing seed if you right order it and a garbage seed if you do not. Welcome, Crimson.
I kind of I was gonna say let's get Truant in here first.
Welcome to you both. That was hot garbage on the back end.
I mean, the whole thing was hot garbage, but no, actually, it wasn't hot garbage on the back end because I mean, I would finish 4th every single day if it's that close at the end. So
yeah, that was very exciting to watch for sure. You actually were the first one into Ganon's room, but he got the stun lock, and so it just flipped it right on its head. Truant, however, decided to take the scenic route to Silvers today.
I decided to do a lot of things after that 30-minute mark. None of them were good ideas.
yeah, I had the simultaneous kill and death on the last blue Wizrobe in that room.
Yes, that was a huge one right there.
But I mean, I spent so much time like digging around 8 when I probably should have bailed and everything else. So I mean, there's a lot of little things here and there that could have added up a bunch of time, and then I may have come within like 10 minutes of Falcon.
Yes, on both of your ends. Truant, you actually went into 5 a second time and bailed after it got ridiculous on you. And I was wondering if you stuck it out, you would have had your early silvers there.
Yeah, when I found that room, it dawned in my head that must be a stair because I cut across from the tea room. So I didn't think to check it, and I wanted to check everything else, and then I just put it off until I knew it had to be the answer.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. It made sense. It was just unfortunate that we got a little bit excited that you were in the right dungeon, and it just didn't work out that time.
I'm actually thankful to that Gibdo room to the left of Ganon dropped the key, so it actually still made it closed, because otherwise I would have had to leave to actually go purchase a key, and that would have been horrible.
Yeah, we were talking about that exact thing too, that you were out of keys, and it was just it got hairy real quick because we knew that Truant was coming back to 9 from silvers, and it's like the Jaws theme starts playing. It's gonna be so stinking close. Yeah, definitely made it exciting.
But GG all you. Looking forward to our next one. Hopefully we can sort of flip the order around so our last race means a whole lot.
Yes, that would be exciting too. Maybe you guys can do some bad item luck for Falcon next time. He one visited every dungeon he was in and made the right calls to bail on the right dungeons, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to run against.
Yeah. I don't think anybody in the tournament was beating his time with the way that he ran that one.
Which is kind of how I thought it was playing out once I saw that finish at, 48 minutes, 49 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, somebody definitely got it the right order, so I need to get out of 8 and go start looking elsewhere, because this isn't going to have what I need.
Yeah, speaking of next races, so have you guys scheduled any more from here on yet?
We have not.
Okay.
As long as none of us have any more visits to the hospital, we're good, I think, though.
Generally, that is good.
Well, it's up to one of you three now. I got mine out of the way.
Let's
Fair
go
enough.
0 for 3 on that.
Yeah, let's just have no more.
Yeah, agreed.
Thank you guys for putting on a good race. I mentioned it at about the 40-minute mark that with the order with which things got to each of you, all 4 of you, I felt like everybody was making really solid decision making throughout the entire thing. Sometimes seeds fall in your lap, and sometimes, Truant, you get to find all the items in the wrong order. It's just the way it goes. But you guys were really solid throughout. Times look a little weirdly discrepant, but the reality was y'all did a fantastic job tonight, and thanks for putting on a good race.
Did you have at least a little fun playing Name That Enemy?
Oh, we really enjoyed that, Krim. Especially Name That Item, that magical boomerang.
Oh, yeah. The magical boomerang was... I felt horrible digging for that. I almost grabbed it, and then I remembered that TG isn't watching anyway.
I think he was in the chat. I swear he saw him.
He may have been in the chat, but he's doing No Kid Hungry stuff, which, by the way, little plug here, go hang out there for a little bit, too. SpeedGaming is doing their No Kid Hungry campaign, so go hang out there, or hang out 8 to 11 tomorrow when I'm doing my hosting.
Heck yeah. Great plug.
But yeah, I'm going to take off here for the night because, as I said, I do have to be up early tomorrow for hosting. So thank you, both Reach and Sidehound, for doing commentary tonight, and to the trackers, and of course to all my opponents. GG again.
Thank you, Krim. I think with that we might just close up shop. Truant or Dr. Blue, you got anything else you'd like to add to the end of this? That's a no to me. We're good.
Silence is golden.
We like it. That's like in a house with kids when they're all quiet. There's probably trouble going on, but it
Yeah.
is nice for a second.
You got to be
Uh,
concerned.
I'll say thanks to the crew, both the trackers and commentators, everybody putting this together as usual. Look forward to watching it back with your commentary. And good games to Krim and Sea Falcon and Druant. Looking forward to the next race.
Yep, GDs. I'm out of here.
All right. Peace to you all. For my awesome co-commenter here, Threech, thank you for making this so easy tonight, and for making it a lot more pleasant for other people's ears than what I would have. And to Moon Risen Phoenix and Stags, thank you guys for doing the pushing the buttons. And with that, Threech, I'll let you close us out.
We love crew. We love crew. Thanks everyone for watching. It was a great time. Thanks Tom for joining me here. Moonrisen, Phoenix, and Stags, thanks again for tracking. The rest of the tourney admins, thanks for putting this on. We will be back with more. There were so many Z1R races, so make sure that you check out the Speed Gaming family of channels to find out when those are. Everyone have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we will see you soon.